Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially beginning. That's right. Ethereum is starting to outperform Bitcoin on both the 30-day percentage and also the 24-hour percentage gained. And also, volume is surging on Ethereum, which means that we are officially getting into stage 2 of alt season. Now, altcoins have been going crazy. We know this, right? We are very aware of it. But this is telling us that altcoins are only going to continue to go absolutely wild for the next couple weeks and even months ahead. And we definitely have to address this. We have to talk about XRP because XRP's next big violent move is brewing as we speak. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also join the free Discord, guys, down in the description below. At the top of the description is a free Discord. There's over 8,500 members in there. You guys got to get in because there's a ton of information within that Discord. So what are you guys waiting for? Join it. And with that being said, let's talk about a few things. So Bitcoin is back over $100,000. Ethereum just broke $4,000. And XRP is trading just under $2.50. Now that's very important to take note of because we are going to talk about that here in a second. But if we look at the 24-hour gainers, XDC up 29%, HBAR up 20, almost 5%, QNT up 16%. Absolutely love to see these gains. And even if we go over here to the top gainers and losers in the top 500, we are seeing some very big moves across the board. This is exactly what we want to see. Now, as we really look at this and as we really think about what's going to happen over the next couple weeks, we definitely have to address the big elephant in the room, which is the fact that we are getting close to $4 trillion for the market cap of crypto. That's right, almost $4 trillion. This market is about to erupt to $5 to $7 trillion in my opinion. And is that going to be the top? Well, we definitely have to address it when that does happen. But for the most part, I do believe that XRP is brewing for a much larger move. And we all also are starting to see some negativity, some FUD, some, dark post around XRP. And this is actually from Cointelegraph. Guys, Cointelegraph has 2.4 million followers. Okay? They're one of the biggest players in this space around media. And they're saying, insight, XRP bulls could face a bloodbath. Oh, you gotta love the fear tactics, right? If Bitcoin dominance rises, analysts, the real danger right now for highly leveraged XRP bulls is that Bitcoin dominance increases again. A rotation from XRP to Bitcoin would very likely lead to a bloodbath of liquidations. Crypto exchange SwiftX lead analyst told Cointelegraph. Interesting. And we have down here that we have that the market seems to have developed a thirst for leveraged long XRP exposure. I'm watching XRP longs being reloaded even as prices shift lower. So again, leverage traders. I mean, if we're really thinking about this, is it a big concern to me? No, it's not. When I look at the XRP chart right now, we are nearing $2.50. At the time that I am recording this, by the time that this does go live, we might even be trading over $2.50. But as we look at the RSI, we are printing a very similar pattern here. Guys, here we have XRP trading against, significant resistance on, the USD chart here as we are breaking above the moving average on RSI. This goes all the way back to November 27th, by the way. Here we have us breaking above the RSI moving average yet again after hitting the same exact level going all the way back to November 26th. Again, here you have the same exact pattern printed on this chart essentially. And also even MACD, right? MACD momentum is starting to cool off in terms of bearish momentum, and it's starting to flip into bullish momentum at the same exact time that we are about to get a significant cross on this chart going all the way back to the 27th. Even though the price action did sell off a little bit, this is on the 4-hour chart, by the way. We're not even talking about the daily. The same exact pattern here was this whole pattern is the same exact pattern from when XRP went from the lows of $1.28 all the way up to $1.95, $1.96. We are breaking over $2.50 at the time that I'm recording this. And the second that we actually get a significant candle close above $2.50 on the 4-hour, I do believe that we retest $2 and roughly 90 cents very quick. This is brewing for a move to a new all-time high. XRP is about to move in a significant way, just like it did back in the end of November, because the overall pattern is almost identical at the same exact time that we have been ranging. I mean, even if you go and look at this on the day, on the 1 hour, right? This is just the 1 hour. We have been chopping in this range for quite some time, since going all the way back to December 4th, for an example, right? So we've just been chopping in this range. And even if we go back here, right, we were chopping in this range down here before we actually officially broke out. Now, it did take some time, right? I think that the total time from the top candle to the time that we actually did break above it, it was about roughly 6 days and 5 hours. Okay. So does that mean that this is going to break out right now? Probably not, right? From the actual top here, if it's going to be, 6 days and like 5 hours or something like that, then we're talking about roughly, December 9th or so, which is totally fine with me if that does happen. But it does look like this thing is ready to go again. And I've been telling you guys, to watch XRP on these lows. Watch to see if we do lose this low, because we could very well retest these highs down here around like $1.96, turn major resistance into support if we lost these liquidity lows, but we actually held them, which is very solid, and it's actually very bullish for XRP. Now I'm going to be watching to see if this pattern does print out yet again, and we should see this by, I would argue, the end of the week, if we're really going to be, conservative on time frames, because this could happen, in the next 24 hours, the next 48 hours, the next 72 hours. We don't know, but I'm just going to be watching this, because the time frame doesn't matter. What matters is the chart telling us when this is officially going to happen. But, I would love to see, realistically speaking, a daily candle close over $2.50. That's going to be the big moment that we really have that signal that, all right, XRP is ready to go to a new all-time high. Now, at the same exact time, I did make a post regarding this chart, and I said, looks like XRP is ready to reclaim the $2.50 level and finally start that violent move I have been warning about for a bit of time now. RSI plus LMACD are hinting at this move brewing right now. We are currently in a solid sideways range at the moment, just waiting for the breakout. The previous time RSI plus MACD looked like this while we were ranging, the move from $1.28 to $1.95 happened before shortly pushing to $2.80. And yeah, I mean, I do want to highlight that, because even if we go back to this, that $2.80 push was very quick. Here we actually have the move. It was on November 29th when we moved to $1.95. We chopped against this for about a day and 8 hours before the next 4-hour candle was the big breakout. And then very shortly after that, we got the $2.90 push. But I said, looks like the next stop for XRP is a new all-time high. You have been warned for a while now. And yes, I have been warning about this. I do think that once we break over $3, I think that $4 happens very quick. And a lot of people say like I'm crazy for thinking that, but let's actually look at this real quick. I just want to go to the daily, and let me actually remove everything off this chart just real quick, just to kind of show you guys, right? So here we have a dollar being broken on the chart. This was the daily candle, okay? From $1 to $2, which this is the candle over here. This happened in literally, we're talking roughly 14 days, okay? Technically, 15 days. So 2 weeks. 2 weeks and 1 day. That's how fast that push happened. Now, once we break over $3, I don't think that it takes, 2 weeks and a day at all. I actually think that this happens a lot sooner, because now that we are getting into alt season officially, where Ethereum is starting to outperform Bitcoin, the most violent and the fastest moves of the cycle are about to happen. That's exactly why alt season is very exciting. Now, what is pushing the price of XRP, to new all-time highs? What's causing XRP to, pump significantly? Well, a lot of it is, the overall leverage trading, right? Here we have XRP shorts and longs squeezing down. Look at what happens each time it does this. Compress down, then price up. And yes, if we actually look at the compression of, downward price action, it does, or downward shorts action, as well as, leverage trading, we actually see XRP spiking to the upside. And even over here, we actually have XRP inflows coming in hot, 26.93 million in net over the past 30 minutes, setting the price up nearly 10 cents. And yes, a lot of this definitely is leverage trading, which is why, we have this warning from Cointelegraph about how, XRP bulls could face a bloodbath, which you love to, hear those words, because again, when we start to see the FUD and the negativity and the fear mongering, typically it's actually very bullish for altcoins or whatever, they're talking about. If it's Bitcoin at the time, it doesn't really matter. But the big thing that I have been watching for right now is volume to return to XRP. Yes, a lot of this is most likely going to be, signaled by leverage trading, but I want to see spot volume actually pushing the price up. I don't want to see leverage trading pushing the price up, because that is when you start to see problems happening. But you can clearly see the trading volume down here, hitting $55 billion at some point in time. And now it's kind of starting to die down a bit. We're actually sitting at about 13.86 billion in terms of 24-hour trading volume right now. So I'm watching to see if the spot trading volume is going to return, because again, this was 26.93 million. Even over here, we have the last 4-hour inflow is huge, 51.81 million. And a lot of this definitely is, this is leverage trading mainly. But I do think that as we look at, spot volume, we are going to start to see spot volume returning in a big way. And even as we really kind of think about what's going to happen in the next couple weeks around the space, there is going to be a lot of changes happening going into January, obviously, but towards the end of this month, I also do think that there's going to be a lot of trading happening around this space. I think that there's going to be some significant moves, especially if we are comparing this back to like 2017, 2018. Now, are we really in that same exact time period of 2017, 2018, or are we more in, like the 2020, 2021 timeframe? It's hard to say, but, these moves have been very significant already for a lot of these altcoins. But if we're talking about Ethereum now starting to steal the show a bit, and us being in phase 2, we do have quite some time still for altcoins to really perform. I think that a lot of people are so concerned about trying to call the top early. I still think that we have about 3 to 6 months when it comes to altcoins. So, maybe at most like like March, maybe June, if we're being, very, very, bullish, right? But, could we still play into the same time period of like 2021 where we pump all the way into like November? It all depends on the altcoins, right? A lot of these projects, they do top earlier than most. Dogecoin is a perfect example of this. If we actually look at Dogecoin and we go all the way back to like 2021, it topped back in May. We know that the rest of the market did run all the way into like November. So again, a lot of these altcoins, some of them will top earlier than most. We definitely have to watch it closely. But the big thing that I'm really kind of watching on XRP is not so much the USD chart. I definitely am anticipating this move being big once we do finally have that breakout. But I have been watching the Bitcoin pairs, you guys are aware, for quite some time. And this does look like it wants to have a very big reversal on the chart. It looks very similar to, previous moves on this chart as well, where it just kind of brewed sideways. But after having such a significant move to the upside, it was obvious that we were going to have a slight little pullback, and that's exactly what we did have on this chart, and that's what we had on the USD chart. Now, a lot of people said like, all right, that's it, XRP's done, because again, this sold off about 30%. I think on the USD chart, it also was like around, 30%. Let's go check it out real quick. So I think that this total was like almost 30%. It was like 25.27% almost. So, again, a lot of people got a little bit concerned on this. I'm watching to see if the same pattern down here, right? Again, this is why I wanted to spotlight how the pattern is very, similar. I want to see if the same pattern is going to print out here, where we are starting to have that nice little upward swing. If this is the case, the next daily candle, which is it's already started technically, today we should see that big impulsive move above $2.50, and we should target this $3.21 to like $3.84 level. This is the big zone to watch for, taking into accountability all the all-time highs from exchanges. Like this zone here, once we clear this, that's why I say like $4 will happen fast once we break over $3. We should see those violent moves happening. And it should be very similar to these moves here, where we have, you know, this roughly, I mean, this was like a 50% move followed by, you know, roughly like 90%. So if we have a 90% move from this candle where we're trading at now, because again, I'm just going to go off at $2.50. If we have a 90% move on this chart, that should actually take us technically to $4.76. And this should happen over the course of like 4 days, less than a week. Because again, you know, I'm taking into accountability like the 4 daily candles here that actually took us to 90% plus. That's why I say like XRP, when it does start to move and when we have, you know, a clean breakout, since XRP is the number 3 largest project and it is on all major exchanges, retail access and retail FOMO hits it hard. So we'll definitely have to watch it over the next couple of days, see what happens. You know, should we be concerned about pullbacks? We should always be concerned about pullbacks. They are possible. Corrections are possible. So we'll definitely have to watch, wait, and see. But I am expecting XRP to continue to the upward path once we do finally have that clean breakout above $2.50. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.